Yo, what is up, Bakery, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is a complete analysis of what many people are calling the best play in tournament Warzone history. Let's get into it. Let's give you some background for this in case you didn't know. So this tournament was hosted on December 13th, which is as of today, 2 days ago. It was a $100,000 trios custom tournament, and the format was match point. And if you've ever seen competitive Apex, it's the exact same thing. Now in competitive Apex or match point in general, basically there is a point threshold that every team needs to cross in order to win the tournament. So say the point threshold for today, or that tourney rather, was 100 points. So any team who went over 100 points then had to win a game to win the tournament. So even if you say had 150 points, but first place had 200 points, if you were to win the game, you would have won the tourney since you were over match point. So what had happened was, in the actual tournament, that Husker's team won the final game, even though they had less points than us, winning them the whole tournament, and that puts us in second place. We were in first place the whole day, just couldn't close out the win. And what makes this play that I did so important is that we were in match point at this time period when this clip was rolling. Now, what that means is that if this were to become a win, which it didn't end up being a win this match, however, the play was unreal, then it would have won us the entire tournament because we were over match point. So let's go ahead and start getting into the clip and trying to figure out exactly what happened here because it was ridiculous. So the start of the clip turns out we're in the gulag and both of my teammates are dead. So I do need to win the gulag. I'm gonna turn down the audio a little bit. I do need to win the gulag here in order to, you know, we're all in the gulag. I mean, we're all dead. If I lose this gulag, we're out of the match completely. So I'm up against Abwiz right here, and we have to 1v1. If I die here, the match is over for us, and we just have to hope that a team over match point doesn't win the game. And I mean, bro, I absolutely turned up and beamed him in the goose, but that's the least of this clip. So I spawned back into the map, and we're already in the fourth circle here, and you can see there's 74 people still remaining in the lobby because at this point in the tournament, this is around game 6 or 7. So many teams were over match point. I believe it was 9 teams at the time. So if any of those 9 teams won, they would have won the tournaments regardless of we were in first place. It didn't matter because they would have won the tournament if they won. So I knew we had to pull off something in order to, you know, make it to where other people's can win or us win in general. So I'm trying to figure out, I spawned pretty low because we're in downtown, all the people are on top of these buildings, so I have to drop in, find a building quick, and keep in mind I've never been in this building ever because we're on a new map. Get absolutely lasered, make it up the stairs here, and I'm like, holy moly, I mean, bro, what is my play? You know, I have enough to res one of my teammates. I see that deployable buy station on my mini-map, but really, what is there to do in this building? So I'm just running around, kind of looting stuff up, trying to figure out if I can find more plates, and it's just... The weight of this situation is crazy because being on the game 6 or 7 where so many teams are over match point, any team can win. And I just know, even though we're in first place and we played good all day, we've been in first place all day, there's still the chance of someone winning and us just not, you know, and that's where this play came from. I mean, I'm chilling, waiting in this building. There's a bit of waiting in this time where I'm waiting for the zone to close and figure out exactly what my play is. And I do pop a couple shots at people here in just a second. So let me zoom up a little bit, and I need to rotate buildings. So I see these people rotating in. Gave him a few shots, and I believe that turned out to be Biffle's team. And I realized that I need to do something. I mean, the zone's on my back here. Rotate right into this building, and I see this stim. Now, that stim is going to be very, very important for later. And I end up throwing it back on the ground because there is a new mechanic in the game where if you have 2 types of tacticals in your inventory or lethals, once you've used one, the other one auto-populates into your hotbar. And I know I'm going to need that smoke to roto, so I'm going to go back there in a second and throw that stim back down and use it for later. Now, I mean, at this point in the game, even in a public lobby with 60 people alive right now, I'm basically dead. Like, there's really no way for me to get the res ever. But what you'll see, I do get the res here on both of my teammates, and the way that it's done is ridiculous. I hear the people close to me. The ticking right now that you hear is the flex perk telling me that there's enemy like portable radar or something down on the ground, so to watch out for that. I cooked a nade to see if I could preemptively catch someone rotating in my back door. That sounded pretty sussy. Anyways, pick up the Molotov. School calls that out. An amazing comm. See that little deployable man on the ground? And this strat that I do right here is one that a lot of people have never seen before. So what you do is you throw that deployable guy on the ground and then you lay under him. And if somebody walks around that little door right there, first they're going to see the deployable guy and immediately want to start shooting at him, or at least their brain has to think, hey, that's not a person. And then they're kind of like befuddled. You know what I mean? I don't know if I just made that word up or not, but they're going to walk in and not immediately see me laying on the ground here. So that's what I just did with that deployable guy. One of those tactics that is easy to look over, but it actually works. Someone did not end up walking into the building, which sucks. But I mean, a lot of these things you see are just small little tactics that you can add up and incorporate into your playstyle. Because if you start knowing all these small little things you could do, you put them all together, you chain them into something nice, and that's what happens here. Now, I posted this clip to Twitter, and I was unsure if I wanted to post it. And it ended up getting almost 2 million views and 9,000 likes. One of my best tweets ever. Dude, tons of people liked it. Dr. Disrespect liked it, and I was like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's so cool to see that kind of support for Warzone in general. And this is where the clip starts getting crazy. Everything that we've seen up to this moment is nothing compared to what we're about to get into right now. I mean, this zone is pulling. You look in the top left of the map right now, it's zone 6. It's about to get insane. And I think that this may and will continue to be one of the best clips that I've ever hit in competitive Warzone history. I think it'd be hard to top this because knowing that there's a portable buy. I mean, hold up. Let me see if I can go back to that real quick. See if I can go back to where I just opened my map right there.
Portable far left.
Let me see this. Okay, so we've opened the map, and he's talking about the portable left being out in the zone. And there's really not a way that I can hit this, because once this zone starts closing, by the time I get to that, it's going to be deep in gas, and I'm going to die getting held out. And you really see the only other buy station is this buy on the other side of the storm. We really have to rely here on someone to throw a deployable buy, and it ends up working out in our favor, but not after some of the craziest gas play and maneuverability I've seen in Warzone. I mean, it was just insane. I can't believe by the time I was done with this play, I was shaking so hard. I was like, what did I just do? And a lot of people have asked me to review this clip, and this is similar to the way that we reviewed the solo YOLO. Looking at footage like this and in an analytical sense and just in general, it's always fun. So I pick up that stim in the back door. I'm going to throw that smoke in, use this stim so I don't die to the gas, and it barely keeps me alive. I'm talking to the tick. I hear people rotating out to my far right. I get up to this truck, use a little bit of car rather, and make my way to the edge of the building. I hear a ton of people fighting on that backside of the building and on the roof, so I know when I swing this corner, I gotta be ready. There's gonna be people right here, so I swing it, ADS, die right in front of me, and that ends up being slacked, apathy, and clutch belk, a full trio right in front of me. I believe that's clutch belk on the ground below me, that's slacked right in front of me, shooting on top of that little LTV. I'm like, what is going on? I run into the building, and I mean, the gas is on me the entire time. Make it to the building, see another guy, that ends up being clutch belk there. And I hear someone to my close left, and I'm going to keep that into consideration because I am in zone now. I've rotated all the way in the storm, and you can see that there's no extra buys dropped on the map. We really need someone to drop a deployable buy. Hear the person on my right side now. Know that I need to swing that. Skullface calls it out. There's a guy right there, and I know I need to swing. That ends up being slacked here in the gel cell right beside me, and luckily enough, through those gel cells, you really don't get any aim assist, and it ends up being a nice fair fight for Brett. Get that kill quick, get a couple more plates, guns, ammo, stuff like that. But still, now that is a deployable buy dropped into the storm, but still making it to that, I don't even have smokes, is going to be incredibly difficult. Lay down here, know that I need to loot up. And when I pick up this perk package, for some reason, I feel like it makes me faster. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I feel like this perk package right now, I'm running faster. I'm still trying to figure out what makes you run faster. Maybe it's the fact that I have it radiated. I can't tell. You know what? That's actually it. It's because I have it radiated. I just now thought about that. So boom, I run and I find this loot pile. I picked up a munitions box right there and 2 smokes you can see in the bottom right. So I know I'm gonna throw these smokes down, pop that munition box, and make a little smoke wall to get to that buy station. That's exactly what I do. I start throwing these smokes, hear people close left, they throw a Molotov to try to take me off guard. Keep throwing the smokes, try to get to that buy, and don't overthink anything here. I need to get my teammates up. Get them up real quick. That's a double res. They say try and get some cover, but I think of a play. So I have $5.7 thousand. I go back to the buy station and look for another muni box. I throw down that muni. Luckily, I keep Dongi here, right here, rezzing, and he gets stuck in the buy station. Throw another smoke down. Almost dead. I'm absolutely running here, and I smoke myself into the bushes. And at this point, I mean, this has been upwards of a 2-minute and 30-second res play. I mean, the time that it's taken me to get from that far building in the zone to here has been insane, and somehow I made it alive, and my teammates immediately start pinging like they should. I mean, that's the best play possible. It really helps me out a lot. They're pinging. I see this guy in the gas line, so I start shooting him, end up taking one out right here. Get another ping on that left side, start blasting him, but my shots end up being a little bit shaky because at this point, I was pretty nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't get nervous in tournaments that much, but this play right here made me nervous. I mean, I just couldn't believe that I made it to this buy, and there was so so much on the line. Now, this wasn't a standard tournament where if you had the most points, you won. This was all we had to do here was win. It doesn't matter how many kills I have. It doesn't matter how many kills anyone else has. If we win this game right here from that play, we win the entire tournament. So that was on the line in the moment. A little bit of glitch right there. Make my way up, fool that guy because he was selfing. Hear the guy beside me. Need to switch for another gun because I don't have a close range gun. Take out one. It was Prospect. See another guy in the buy station, so I want to get a free kill there. I probably, in hindsight, should not have been fighting this guy, and that guy selfs and shoots me in the back. A lot of people were ending in there, but the play was insane. I mean, if that would have worked out for us to win that